Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I'm Conostip and this is going to be part 7 of my Imperial campaign. We're playing as the Britons. And I'm going to have to sort of shuffle my priorities a little bit here because, as you know, I was initially thinking that I was going to be holding in the south and then pushing east against the Germans. However, when I took Lugdunum, I realized that the Gauls are actually a bit stronger than I had anticipated. They already own Massilia as well as Martius. They have quite a few forces in the region, more so than I thought. Really, so, and that's just these two settlements. They also have these two as well. They're still at peace with the Romans, which is unsettling for sure. And I think that for now, I'm going to have to just hold against them. Neither my armies in Lugdunum nor Lugdunum, I would say, are strong enough to push against their respective local enemy armies that they're facing up against. The Gallic army right here is kind of solid, and it's kind of varied as well, you know. Warband, mercenaries, some Balearic slingers, some Spanish mercenaries. These units are kind of like Hastati, kind of a light Hastati, maybe. Maybe very similar actually, stat-wise. And they do have like a precursor that they throw before they charge in. So very similar to Hastati, is my understanding. And yeah, War Dogs, Cav, a 4-star general. That's better than what I have here in Lugdunum. I have a 0-star general. He does have 2 morale boosting traits, which is nice. But his army is just spearmen and slingers, and that is it. So yeah, very one-dimensional, sort of two-dimensional. We will be fine on the defense. If we were to defend the settlement, I think that would be fine. But on open field, attacking into their territory or even just getting them out of my territory, I think would be a bit of a challenge. So I have to redistribute my forces and to make it a bit more even here. And Lugdunum as well. This army has a much better general. This is my faction leader. Very, very good general. But the forces are a bit banged up. And again, we need better armies right now. And this is the point of the campaign that I was kind of hoping to, I don't want to say avoid, but I didn't want to get stuck into the build-up phase, which I really do oftentimes do. And that's something that did really slow down my campaigns where I was playing as the Julii and the Egyptians. And, but yeah, I have to build up here for sure. I did lose 2 generals in the last episode, and that was very unfortunate. Now, it was suggested to me that, like, there's a, way that I could have, microed better to make sure that my generals are facing away from the infantry forces so that they don't have to turn around to get away. They can just kind of go in that direction to get away. And while that is a good suggestion, I think that the more obvious suggestion is just to stay away. Don't court danger like I have been doing with my generals. And I knew better. I should have known better. And I thought that I could be good enough with my micro, And that's what I get for playing with the devil, So my more simple answer is just don't do that. And to win these fights against the Germans, just using more ranged tools. So slingers and the light chariots, which is something that this army down here didn't. I only had 1 light chariot and 1 slinger. So very little in the way of ranged units, ranged capabilities, right? And I'm getting my head hurlers up here, but honestly, I would rather have slingers with their longer range against the Germans, and then a head hurlers down here fighting up against the Gauls. I would rather have that army composition. So. And just more light chariots, really. We all know that's my best unit. The Britons have a few good units, right? But the light chariots are just, they are fantastic. And with those units, it's not as like dire, right? I can still get those units closer to the enemy, trying to cause a proximity morale break on the enemy units. If I mess up and half a unit gets destroyed or more, on a micro blunder or a pathing blunder, then at least it's just soldiers and it's not a character. I know that sounds cruel to say, but at this point of the campaign, I would rather be losing those men. I would have rather I just charged those men into that spear warband that I was fighting up here and just, you know, had kind of a bloodier fight, I suppose. I would have rather had that if I had to choose, rather than to lose that young 4-star general, which is such a blow, such a blow. I would have chosen him to be my new faction heir, you know? Yeah, definitely. He was fantastic. And that's just so annoying losing him. So the question then is going to be, can I afford this actually? Like on the economy that I'm running right now, can I afford? I wouldn't really focus too much on getting this army boosted up. In fact, I should bring one of these generals over to Lugdunum. It would be nice to get this guy some experience because those are 2 good morale boosting traits. So there is something to be said for that. But then again, 3-star generals are pretty nice. Does he have anything else that's good here? Let's see. Yep, famous warrior. That's a good one. +1 morale. That's a good one. And then you don't have as much. But still, 3 stars is 3 stars. And then in here, yeah, not much. Given it ill health, pretty bad. I initially I was thinking I was gonna bring Justin down to the continent just to bolster my forces down here in regards to characters, but I don't know. I've had 2 rebellions up here in Britain recently, and it would be kind of nice to have them up here just to kind of hold down the fort. I think that for now I do have enough characters on the continent, and I think that I have more on the way as well. I think I have at least 1 that's going to be coming of age soon. I thought that I did at least. Is it going to be you? Yeah, Wurticorix should be coming of age next turn, I think, or maybe 2 turns next turn, maybe. Yeah. So it's going to be a question of whether or not my economy can support the armies that I'm trying to build up to. And in the meantime, I wouldn't expect the Germans and Gauls to just kind of sit around and give me that time. I would expect them to press me, and eventually at some point. I'm kind of surprised the Gauls already haven't done so. But now that I'm bordering them here in Lugdunum and Lugdunum, they would probably make their move. I would expect so. Now the Germans, maybe I should feel more threatened by them. Maybe I should feel like this isn't going to be enough. But I don't know. Some part of me, they just haven't. They've been aggressive, sure, but they've been kind of trickling their forces in, and that is giving me the impression that maybe one stack can hold down the fort and discard Alesia and some more Briva. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, we have vision all the way out to here, and their closest settlement is here, right? So it kind of takes them a while to get over here, thanks to the fact that we have these shitty roads. So they're not moving too fast, and I think that we can kind of bounce back and forth quick enough to respond to any German attacks. And
boats ready.
I'm retraining these boats. I'm tempted to continue. I think I do. Do I want to send them against the Germans, or should I split them up and send half against the Germans and half against the Gauls? That's probably a better idea, right? I probably don't need this many boats all in one direction, because I have another boat down here that can link up with those boats.
Boats ready.
So I can send 3 down there and send 4 in this direction and leave this one right here just as a little taxi between Britain and the continent. Yeah, I like that idea. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'll do then. Okay. And so from here, I'm tempted to put a couple more warband on the boat, and then just kind of land them here.
Leaving the army.
And then let's have you come here so that you can reinforce this. And I was reminded that...
Yes, General. Yes, Chief.
That when the besieged army is reinforcing a fight, they're the ones that get auto-wiped if the battle's a loss. So it's important in these situations to sally out and actually be the aggressing, fighting, attacking force with the besieged force. So in this case, I am going to be leading this battle with Sandianos, which is that guy that, just as a reminder, he has that -1 command when attacking. So not ideal. Not ideal at all. And then a -4 from your general hit points. So pretty freaking bad, right?
Chief.
But, you know, we got some chariots,
Yes.
warband, and really I just have to keep them out of the fight. I don't need to use them. I can just use the other army that's in reinforcements. So, yeah, that's probably going to be the play. So let's go ahead and get these Germans out of here.
We shall rule.
And,
Yes.
alright, so now they've backed off, and I think, are you guys still going to be, if you guys come here,
Move. Yes. Chief.
I think I still want to lead the fight with him. Do I want to? Do I want to? It would be nice to make him a better general, but then again, they can't all be winners, right? And I wonder how much I can really do to make him good. Yeah, you know, maybe I'll let him reinforce, and I'll just
Orders.
make sure that this fight gets done the correct way by fighting like that. So yeah, it's going to be 2 German generals, and one is going to be a 4-star general, untouched by fear, so +1 morale. So it's not a big army, but yeah, decent general there, and another general here. Ooh, this guy is the... Alright, -1 morale, and then +1 morale, so that's not going to matter though, because he's not leading the army. And then 2 spear warband, 1 screeching woman, and an axeman. So yeah, obviously my army here is pretty solid. A lot of light chariots, which is nice. And then I'm going to make sure that I am controlling the reinforcements. And let's fight this one.
Tonight we feast. Tonight we drink. Tonight we drown ourselves in ale. But before that, we must wash ourselves in the blood of our foes. Now set your minds on the task to come, and when the moment comes, gut your target like a fish.
I am now all set up here on the high ground, and if my directions are correct, which they never are, but I think that my reinforcements are coming in from the side. I guess we'll find out. And
New warriors have arrived on the field.
let's go here,
Send them to
and
kill
where are
the
they?
enemy.
Holy shit, I got it right. Wow, look at that. Look at that, look at me go. Alright, yeah, they're on open ground, so that's not where they want to be. Yeah, it's not a great position for them. From here, I think I'm just going to keep my center stationary, is what I'm thinking, and I can just skirmish with my chariots. Man, I got 5 units of light chariots. Hot damn, you know? Feels pretty good. That's what I should be fighting with. Yeah, those are the kind of numbers that I should be using when it comes to light chariots. 4, 5, something like that. Something like that. So are we shooting now? Looks like, yeah, it looks like we're shooting on this side. Got my wood warriors, my left flank to support, and then I have swordsmen and dogs here on my right flank. Looks like we got a response from the enemy general, perhaps. Let's see here. Yeah, a couple of barbarian warlords are poking their heads out, so we can get back here, maybe draw them forward. I have Sanianos right here, and I was kind of thinking about keeping them out of the fight for obvious reasons, but let's see here. Let's get, maybe you guys come here, and what are you? Axemen coming up? I wouldn't mind getting the dogs into one of the warlords so that I could then get a clean charge off either with my chariots or my swordsmen or something like that. But now we're getting some nice shots in against those axemen. Yeah, that feels good. Getting rid of those screeching women as well. Yeah, here we go. Can we get dogs going? Can we get dogs against those guys? Just to kind of stick them in place. Yeah. Can we do that? Doggies go, go, go. Doggies go, go, go. And I know swords versus... I don't know if they're going to catch them. I was hoping we could just kind of catch them. Can we catch someone like this? Yeah, because now... Yeah, they got kind of messed up, so let's go in here now. Yeah, they're getting kind of messed up. That works. I think that works. We'll just bog them. I know swords versus heavy cav isn't great, but, you know, whatever. That's a lot of numbers. And let's see. I'm tempted to chase those screeching women, but damn, we didn't get the general, eh? That sucks. Alright, let's get my dudes back here, and let's get you guys get back here as well. Yeah, it sucks we didn't kill that general. That's pretty lame. The dogs are after them, though. The dogs are on the case, so all hope is not lost. And let's see, shoot into there. Slingers should be shooting into there as well. And let's go ahead and get swordsman here. Let's get Sanyanas back here. And yeah, they should be shooting into those spear warband. Alright, so they got the Screeching Woman, Axeman, and one more Barbarian Warlord left. Alright, so let's take these guys apart. Wood Warriors, come here on the flank. And don't really want to let those guys get away, so let's do that and then stop shooting. And now Wood Warriors, get in on the flanks here. You start war crying. And I was Screeching Women just charging right on in, eh? Cool. Oop, oh shit, we're getting charged by dudes. Damn it, that's bad. Ugh. Yeah, they're gonna hurt my guys. Let's get up here and try to swarm that general if we can. I don't know if we can, but we can try my damnedest. And Sanyanas, you go up there. I know I shouldn't. I should resist, but yeah, you guys can run. Abso-freaking-lutely, you guys can run. And yeah, woad guys as well. Jump in there. And you guys get up here and make sure this spear warband doesn't run away. Yeah, I want to make sure that he's taken care of. Alright, let's get my chariots running down all these people, because I want to make sure that these guys don't get away either.
The enemy
yeah,
army
let's
runs.
continue
Now
the battle.
hunt them down.
And are we not going to kill a single warlord? Are you freaking kidding me? Come on, there we go. We got one of them. Jesus. And I just realized that maybe we got the other one as well, but it wouldn't have shown us the animation if he wasn't the leading general. Yeah, just realized that. So how are we looking here? 97% killed? Alright, yeah, not bad. Well, we lost 135 men and we killed 429, so not bad altogether. I really do hope we killed that other German general.
We shall rule.
Just to kind of make it even, you know? Losing. Yeah, it looks like we might have wiped him, but then again, I have been surprised in the past by how far armies can retreat. That's something that I don't quite have a good I don't know, insight on quite yet. It seems like they can really go far. It seems like they can just disappear and you think that they're gone, but they're just in another province. So maybe they're gone. Who knows? Now, I'm thinking at this point,
Orders.
let's see, I'm confused. So British light chariots, are they 36-man unit?
Yes.
Why are all my guys 35-man units? That's weird. Did they take attrition? Just like one turn of attrition? Yeah, I guess it was one turn. Yeah, because they had built up their RAM. That's right. That's right.
Lord.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and retrain these guys and build up another light chariot. And then I'll send that group down to Lugdunum because they need some light chariots for sure. And then Lugdunum. Lugdunum definitely needs chariots as well. I have 2 here in Alesia. Am I training chariots here? Yes, I can train chariots here. Nice. Okay. In fact, so I was going to get a blacksmith here in Lugdunum, but honestly, I'm not that confident in my economy right now. So let's just cancel that and give myself a bit more money. And, see, how's my... So I'm making 2,400. So I'm still in the positive, so hopefully... If I just don't build any buildings for a minute, and I just focus on training soldiers. Hopefully I can get these armies in good shape, like good fighting shape, before my economy tanks. So just by increasing my taxes to very high, I'm now making 4,300, which is quite a bit better. I was keeping it on high just to see, well, just, you know, I was under the impression that keeping it on very high might be giving my characters bad traits, but I think it's time for some money. Like, I need to make sure I'm making money right now, so very high it is. And let's see, before I end this turn, I think I want to bring down swordsman, head hurler, and 2 light chariots. Is that what this army needs? Swordsman, head hurler, 2 light chariots. And do I need that warband down there? I can just train warband here in Lugdunum, so maybe that's what I'll do. And I have 4 barbarian mercenaries. Well, this unit's pretty much damaged, so if I just kind of spread that out. And then maybe just disband those guys. It is tempting. I could just bring... I have a lot of warband over here, including some barbarian mercenaries, so they could just come over here and merge with that unit. Yeah, we're trying to cut costs wherever we can, so let's go... I'm a little nervous that's coming too close to that Gallic army. How far can you go? Yeah, you'd be able to reach.
Yes.
Let's move you this way, and hopefully no diplomats pick you off. It's just my greatest fear these days. Alright, so let's go ahead and get
Yes.
you, and you.
Orders. Forward.
And they can start moving down. Alright, so just to make sure, so you guys are training, and I don't think, let's see, so these slingers are going to be moved on over to this army so that they can be fighting against the Germans once they are replaced with head hurlers, but for now I got to keep them here. And here, all you can do is train warband and build boats, so that's probably... it's probably fine. And then you... yeah, there's nothing here that I want to train, I guess. Alright, so that's it. Let's just not do anything. Ooh, let me talk to the Spanish, perhaps? Let's see. I wonder, can I get them to... I don't want to give them a lot of money, but can I... maybe... I wonder if I can get them to attack the Gauls. Make demand... and then attack the Gauls, and then if I offer some tribute. Let's not go too crazy here. Let's just do like 100 for 5 turns or something. Oh, not 55 turns, 5 turns. And yeah, we'll see. Does this... no, they're not digging that. Alright, let's just give them the tribute then. Let's just try to make sure that they stay on side. So, tribute. Regular tribute, 100 for 5 turns, call it. And then I'll just offer that as a gift. Can I not do that? I didn't. Oh, that's not what I meant at all. No. God damn it. Oh my god, I fucked that up so bad. They were like, no, we're not going to give you tribute. So I just pissed off my allies. Great. That's fucking great. Can I start over here? Offer. Tribute 100. 5 turns. Jesus Christ. There we go. And as a gift. There we go. Hopefully that's just... yeah, last thing I need is another front. Oh, I mean, it's the same front as the Gauls. I get it. But yeah, I don't need that smoke. You know, this is enough for now. I am now ready to move on, so let's go ahead and see if the Gauls make their move. I hope not, but I just can't see them standing still for long. And yeah, the Germans are coming right on in. But that's a small force, so... Not, oh, well, that's a bigger force, and they're moving away from me, so that's nice.
Orders?
Yeah, so we'll just get you... There's nothing coming along on the horizon, right? No. So you'll come down,
Forward!
and then, yeah, I'll just
Move!
get rid of another, what, 2 Germans? German units? 3? Sure. Sure. Just keep feeding me units a couple at a time. Yeah, that's okay. So 8,400 in the treasury. All right, that's more like it. And Stoic philosophy. So Ariston of Chios begins his teachings of the Stoic way of life. This philosophy derives its name from the porch of the Athenian Agora, Stoa Poikile. It is here that Stoics first met and propounded their ideas that emotions like envy or passion arise from false judgments. A person who has attained moral and intellectual perfection will avoid these feelings. And Egypt is the largest. And we are the strongest. Okay, that's kind of shocking because I kind of feel like the Gauls have some armies on them. Macedon's the most advanced, eh? No shit. Interesting. New family member, perfect. And Warticorix. Yes, that's what we need. And Calpornis, Druid, +1 influence, and improves the chances of casualties recovering from their wounds. Perfect. He's going to be doing a lot of fighting, so that is a good retinue for him to have. Alright, please be good. Please be good. Okay, 1 star. I'll take it. Homely. -2 influence, +1 command. Alright, so, well, many would regard this man as ugly. He prefers to think of himself as rugged. Yeah, I've seen worse. And Grower. Okay. +1 to farming output. And 20% decrease to Gauss or bribe. Alright. Well, where are you at? So you're in Lugdunum. Alright. Alright, so you probably don't need another general down there, so I'm probably going to move you somewhere else. Yeah, maybe move him up to Elysia, perhaps. Alright, Pontus and the Greeks are at war, and the Scythians and the Germans are allies. Alright, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So let's see, Ward Warriors and War Bands, and so we don't know what they have here. No, we do not. Okay.
Orders.
Well, you're going to be coming this way.
Move out.
And 1 War Band, eh?
Yes, master.
Let's come down here. Alright, so that's the big stack. Man, swordsman, javelins, warband, cav, 2 generals. Yeah, yep, it's not bad. Let's get you around here so I can try to keep an eye on all the stuff if I can. Half a stack in Arbor Martius, full stack there. Lost vision on that stack, which is concerning. And then 3 units there. Yeah, that, I don't think that's all of it. I think that they're, let's go looking up here. God damn it. Alright, so more warband there. Yeah, I feel like there's more.
Sir.
Almost tempted. Oh, I got a diplomat. Alright, perfect. Let's go.
Yes, my lord.
Poking around. Ha! Found you. There you are. There you are. Alright, I'm glad I had a diplomat there. And alright, pirates. Those freaking pirates, man. So let's do this. Let's go 3 boats. And then send them down. Although they're just gonna get wrecked by that 1 pirate boat, aren't they? It's a 2-star admiral. I wonder, can I link up? No, not quite. So now he's gonna wreck me, isn't he? He's gonna wreck me. That 1 boat's gonna just destroy me. Okay, fine. Let's bring all my boats over. Oh, I can't do it? God, I really don't like that. I really don't like that that's how that works. Yeah, very, very frustrating. So we'll do that, and maybe we can keep our boats safe that way. While I can't train any units here in Elysia because it's under siege, what I'm going to be doing here is training another spy in Candate Retinum. I do feel like it would be nice to have another set of eyes on the map here, especially down in this region. Having some eyes kind of down here, I'd kind of like to scout out the Alps and northern Italy, just to see if there's more Gauls kind of streaming through the mountains. Because Lugdunum's nice because you can actually reach out and pretty much get on that bridge, it looks like, from Lugdunum in just one turn. So that's good to know. That makes it seem like Massilia could be within reach if I strike out. There's only 3 units inside, and there's this general here, Vindex. It's tempting, it is, to kind of strike out, but I'm assuming... How far can you go? You can't quite reach the bridge, but there was that other... Wasn't there another army that was right?
At your service.
There was an army that right here, right? Wasn't there? Huh. Yeah, that's why it'd be nice to have another set of eyes around here. Moving on into the next turn here, so... Let's see, Conorda is trying to marry Cerethrius of Durolapons. And yeah, he's great. 3-star general, +2 command when defending, so it's a 5-star general he's defending. Yeah, great, absolutely. Marry into the family, and let's try not to get you killed. Alright, so we're being blockaded here. Man, I've got a lot of stuff happening. Gauls wanted... Just... Gauls and rebel pirates down here. The Gauls are actually besieging us here. But I was able to bring my chariots in. And my other units. My head hurlers, swordsman. Honestly, we might be okay here. Even though they have a full stack and they have 2 generals and it's a kind of a scary stack. We might be okay. And if anything, I mean, with my chariots, I can just sally out in successive turns using up all my ammo for my chariots and maybe even my head hurlers and my slingers and just kind of shooting at this army and picking it apart. Over successive turns and sally outs, we can maybe eventually bring them down. If not in one, final battle. And with that army gone, that really does open things up down here, because that's maybe like half of the Gallic strength down here. So that could be fine. That could be okay. So let me go through these first. So yes, Lugdunum is under siege. Yes, yes. 11,000 in the treasury. Okie dokie. Almost 12,000. Hand pump invented. So Archimedes has invented the world's first water pump that allows water to be raised quickly and easily to where it is needed. And plague in Macedonia. Okay. It is almost certainly caused by the Celtic and other barbarians. Hey! We did no such thing. We don't have the population density, morons. At least not according to the video game. And alliance between the Dacians and the Armenians. Interesting. Alright. I wonder why. I guess they both border the Scythians, eh? Yeah, maybe that's why. Perfect. Yes. And you're up here in Lugdunum. Okay. I'll move you off of the island. Yeah, I could use you somewhere else. Absolutely. Alright, so chariots coming down here. You'll be there next turn. Perfect. Boats. Alright, let's come down here and... Let's go you here, and then you here. And yes. Thank God. Thank freaking God. Alright, let's get these boats out. Let's get you out here. You go there. And... Alright, so we didn't sink that boat. And we got 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so I don't think I need...
Ready to sail. Boats ready.
I'll just keep them together for this turn, and then I'll move them later. Just to keep them safe. And then I'll move 4 down here to blockade the Gallic port down there. Yeah, that's going to be the plan. Alright. Alright, so we can get rid of that German army in this turn, and we got head hurlers. Let's keep training head hurlers to bring over to Lugdunum.
General.
And then Wurticorix, I'm thinking about bringing you out actually to place down some watchtowers. This would be a nice spot for watchtowers. getting some good vision out here into German territory, I feel like would be very helpful. But first things first, let's go ahead and bring down...
Lord,
Yeah, bring you down, and then let's... Come on in.
destroy.
And what do you got? So, Barbarian Cavalry, Spear Warband, and Screeching Women. Alright. Let's run these fools down. We begin the battle up here on this hill here, so we should have a pretty good height
New
position.
warriors have arrived on the field. Send them to kill the enemy.
I'm going to be honest with you. I did not even track that our reinforcements were coming on in. I was not paying attention to that at all, so let's see. Hopefully, yeah, looks like I should be commanding them, right? Yeah, I was not paying attention. Kind of thought they're out of range of the settlements, but apparently not. The Screeching Women are just going for it right now. Yeah, they're just going YOLO. So let's just come up here and let's just send my Wood Warriors in. Boom, boom, boom. And it looks like they're going to break. So let's go ahead and send my chariots after them. And then you guys can stop shooting. And then you guys can come up here. You guys can go off of that. And yeah, you guys get back here. And then you don't go chasing the waterfalls. Yeah, get back here. Get back here. Looks like we killed most of them. Oh, I just realized there's cav units chasing after us. Oops, didn't realize they're gonna do that. Alright, let's send you guys down to help out because I'm not sure. Are they gonna catch my dudes? I just sent my chariots to finish running down those Screeching Women. But now that unit might get caught. Chariots can beat cav, right? That's kind of their main thing, right? I don't know about light chariots. Might be a little bit different, but this is light cav. Yeah, we're picking these guys off. And let's get, yeah, there we go. Let's see a little sandwich action. And they're probably going to hurt my guys, but are we going to break them? Come on, break them. Break them. There we go.
Flees from our warriors. Attack and drive them back in the same
There
way.
we go. Alright, so he got broken, and now we just have to basically just run down. Yeah, just pepper these Spear Warband until they disintegrate.
Slay them all.
And that'll do. Yes, that'll do. Perfect. Perfect. Doggies, go, go, go. Well, the doggies aren't going to be able to get in, but you know what? This works too. Just throw a bunch of rickety wooden wheeled objects with riders on. I'll get the job done.
Victories like this go only to the
Sorry,
best.
dogs. No food for tonight. But we lost four guys. How did we lose? Oh yeah, I guess we lost a couple of chariots, eh? That's okay. That's alright. I kind of thought that we'd lose more, honestly. Because that just means we lost 2 chariots in that cavalry confrontation. That is A-okay, in my opinion. Let's see here. Mercs are available, but I think we're good for now, actually. So, let's get you back up. I do want to go back to placing down watchtowers.
Unable to move.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be the right idea. And then you... Let's see here. You hang tight for now, because...
Orders.
Just want to make sure that this fight's gonna go okay. So let's go ahead and sally out. And yeah, a lot of dudes, for sure. A lot of dudes, but... Let me just double check this. So, is this the faction leader? It's not, is it? It would say that. And yeah, 2 command stars. Factionaire, got it, yeah. And been in the wars, so... +2 to general's hit points. And then 0 command stars. Careful with money, Spartan. Okay, so... You don't offer anything as a commander, but let's go ahead and fight this one. Does this settlement only have 3 entrances? I thought that they always had 4. That's 1. That's 2. And then 3 is in front. I'm not missing one, right? And then, yeah, on this side, there's no entrance. Am I missing it? I'm just bringing this up because that would be like new information for me. Huh. Yeah, it's just 3 entrances. I did not know that that was a real thing. Huh. Is that because I didn't even check? I don't even know, like, is this a Palisade, a tier 1, or is this a tier 2? Can I tell? I don't know. I can't really tell. Yeah. I know, I'm pretty sure there's a visual difference, but I guess I don't know what that is yet. Also, I just wanted to point out, I know this is not the best place to point this out, but something that I have been talking about with the viewer, and he was just kind of discussing about, you know, how we know when armies are going to be completely wiped after the battle, you know, based on like if they're, in a settlement or something like that. And I was kind of talking about it, you know, because we see that skull and sword icon in the pre-battle screen. And when we see that icon, that's what tells us that an army's going to get wiped if we lose that battle, right? And I've known this, but I mentioned in that conversation that I was like, I feel like that icon's lied to me before. And in this pre-battle screen, I clicked begin battle too quickly to show it to you, but maybe you noticed yourself. It was lit up, you know, that skull and sword icon was there, and it's my understanding that in these sally out battles, that's not how that works. You know, we can easily sally out, come back in, and I guess that's just because it counts as a draw, right? Yeah, I guess that's why. Okay, that's why that is shown differently. Okie dokie. Yeah, it's interesting, you know, because it's not technically lying to you, as I was initially going to say, but it is a little bit deceptive, isn't it? Because you're like, no, you can actually, you can do that. You can definitely sally out and have a draw and not have your whole army wiped. Right off the bat, I'm just going to be sending my light chariots out through the side wall here. And I can start picking away at the Gallic flanks on this side. And I'm probably just going to keep everyone else inside for now. I mean, I get my head hillers lined up so that they can run on out if I see the opportunity. But it's definitely, like, they got cav, you know, so that's risky. Now, sending out head hillers protected by spears is an option, but again, it's kind of risky. So if I can restrain myself, I think it'd be best if I just kind of picked away at the enemy. However, I just kind of remembered that I have these barbarian cav, so maybe getting them on over here. They can come out this side door and essentially kind of escort those light chariots. Just kind of be there, just in case they're needed to help out. Oh, hello, barbarian warlord. Oh, snap, he's coming right on up to the walls, eh? Oh, if I had my head hillers there, damn, that'd have been sweet. Well, they're getting close enough for my towers to get some shots in, so that's nice. Huh. Yeah, I was not expecting that at all. So I was not ready. I have now decided to bring out my couple units of spearmen and my general, my faction leader. Faction leader, yeah. They've all come out to support, just because I cannot restrain myself, apparently. And, I mean, to defend my actions, the Gauls do have a lot of cav on the field. So, my chariots are in risk by coming out to do this. But if I can pull one of those units out and isolate it with my cav and my spears, we could be in business. By now, my chariots are able to start to get some shots in. I don't think they've killed anyone yet, and yeah, because it's snowing, that's going to be able to mitigate some of the damages that my archers are doing, but really, if we can just draw out if I could just draw out this barbarian cav unit, that would be nice, because getting rid of a unit like that would make the next sally out battle a bit easier. And yeah, it looks like they're bringing out the rest of their cav out as well, so I do have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, it looks like we're starting to pick this unit off, which is, yeah, that feels good. And I have my cav. They're getting here. They're getting here. They're going to be closer soon. And yeah, this is good. This is good. This feels good. There we go. Doing a bit of damage there. Let's get these guys back. And let's get these guys back. And, oh, nope, that's just gonna pull back. That's fine. We can do this dance. Absolutely. Yep, just keep pulling back and forth, back and forth. And is that the charge they want? So let's go here. And then let's go in here. Let's go in here. Turn off fire at will on you guys, and then you guys. And there we go. That's a good break. And they're down to 7 guys. Cool. So that unit basically got wiped. So let's get these guys back. And then chariots move up here. And then you go here. And cav, get back. There we go. Alright, so barbarian warlord. So that's a general. So it's a bit scarier for sure. And another unit of barbarian cav are coming over. So let's try to get away from that. Just because I don't want to get caught by... You know, that's a bit too much cav now. Like in that vicinity, so... Yeah, I just gotta be careful there. If we could pick off this swordsman unit though, that'd be nice. So maybe come out over here. Here, and then you come out here. And make sure you go back on fire at will. And put you back on fire at will as well. And yeah, man, getting this... Oh, it's really tempting. Yeah, we gotta get that unit while it's so exposed. It is so exposed, it's right there. Although, barbarian cav look like they want to come to the rescue. Yeah, they look like they're very tempted, so let's come out here so that we can support that if we need to, and then cav as well. And then let's get these guys back, because I feel like we're going to get countercharged by some light cav. And did that swordsman unit get wiped? Yeah, they're down to 9 men, so pretty close. And, ooh, if we can pull that light cav, that'd be great. That'd be very, very nice. Yeah, we may have caught another fish here. So, barbarian cav coming on in. And let's see if I can get them... I can get them to come in this direction so I can take another charge. Actually, let's put you guys on a wedge formation, can I? Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. That would help us out in these cav engagements. And... here we go. Looks like they may have finally started to come towards us, which is fine. That's good for me because they were looking like, yeah, see, I want them to chase. I do. Because my arrows really weren't doing a lot of damage. Here we go. This is it. That's the one. That's the one. We should get a charge here. So let's take you guys off of fire at will here and then here. And get a supporting charge in here. And there's the break. So let's put you guys back on fire at will, and then you guys get back. And yeah, 13 men. You can start shooting, guys. Yeah, start picking those guys off. And yeah, then we got a block of infantry here that we might be able to do some work on. What do we got? Warband, swordsman, warband? Okie dokie. Yeah. Now these infantry units are getting pretty pulled apart, actually. And that's good for me. If I could isolate them and get a pick on... any one of them, really. The swordsman would be the easier target for my mounted units, obviously. But any one of these would be pretty solid. Alright, looks like they're starting to charge us, so let's try to get back here. And yeah, those are the war bands, so a little bit scary. A little bit scary. Let's just get you back, because you're getting a little bit... Yeah, they're just going... They're actually going after you. Yeah, so this unit now is isolated, which is good for us. So let's get a charge in here. And then... Can you get away? And then go in here, and then... There we go, perfect. Nice, 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 nice. And then on this side, let's do the same thing. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, let's get you guys off of fire at will so that we don't friendly fire ourselves in that blob. And then let's get you guys over here. And yeah, let's just keep drawing these guys away for now until I can get local superiority around that unit. And how are we doing? Yeah, 3 guys left in that unit. Perfect. Let's get here, 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 and then you guys come back up. And then... Yeah, that should be good enough. So let's put you guys back on fire at will. And... Yeah, this unit's in the danger zone. So let's actually get a charge in with both of those units. And let's try to time it so that that chariot unit comes in as well. Maybe not. Not quite. Not quite. That's not quite. Yep, actually perfect. Hey, there we go. Perfect. That actually worked out. Alright, and it looks like we got some swordsmen in the neighborhood as well. I don't mind just charging them, actually, with these 2 chariot units. Let's try to maybe get away, or just charge, just counter charge. And maybe get a break. Yeah, there we go. That's the break. So you go here, and then you go there. Perfect. And then you guys go back off of fire at will. Alright, that's going okay. Yeah, that's going okay. I'm glad that the warlords are staying out of this for now. It's just letting us kind of pick off their guys. Alright, so chariots go back here, and here. And, oh, you guys didn't want to run? Okay, well, it's fine. Just let them get away then. Alright, we're getting a bit of a break here. I didn't even have to fight that unit. They're just kind of breaking. Which is pretty nice, because I have a chariot unit right back here that's cleaning up that routing unit. And now they're in a perfect position to just capitalize on that. So now, let's try to pull this guy back. And then, yeah, you go in there, take care of that unit. And yeah, this is looking pretty good. So you turn there, and then you go here, and then turn around. Perfect timing, I think, maybe. And get a break, and there we go. Another warband off the table. So warlord and some more swordsmen coming here, and you guys better get rid of these units. Gosh darn it. I know you're chariots and you suck at doing this, but yeah, you got like 30 guys there that you should be killing. Okay, here we got a warlord coming. Alright, now they mean business. Now they mean business. Let's get this guy back here. And yeah, warlord, honestly, I would like to have my other people, like my general and maybe my spearmen in the neighborhood to deal with him. I feel like I would lose a lot of my cav units and or chariots if I were to fight him without my general nearby, so yeah, I don't know if I want this fight. I don't know if I want this fight, but I don't know if he's gonna let me get away because yeah, heavy cav in this game, all units in this game are fast. Heavy cav, heavy infantry, it doesn't matter. Everyone's fast, and at least in short bursts and distances. Here's another swordsman unit that I wouldn't mind getting a hit on while it is exposed. Because I imagine I should... Yeah, yep, there we go. That's the break. Nice and easy. And yeah, warlord's coming back on in, though. He's thinking about it. And warband as well. So there we go. Let's just get back. We got a good hit on that unit. If we don't destroy it, that's one thing. I have to remind myself that, again, we're just here to do damage, right? We don't necessarily have to win the battle here. Just do a lot of damage. You've already done a bit of damage. What are they down to? 46% of them killed? And it kind of looks like they're withdrawing, actually. So let's get my general up here. And yeah, this looks like a withdrawal. And by withdrawal, I mean like an actual retreat, which means they'll break off the siege. And I kind of have mixed emotions about that because, as I was saying before, I wouldn't mind getting a lot of damage done to this army here, which would allow me to potentially push onto their territories a bit easier. So yeah, let's push. Let's just see. I mean, I think my guys are out of ammo, but I have to be careful here because these are not broken units. So let's see, warband. Let's get my general into the skirmisher warband. Yeah, as long as these units are breaking and they continue to break. Yeah, like that chain route. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's get these chain routes going. And that's perfect. Yes, this is what I want. That's everything that I want in life right now. Yeah, skirmisher, you have to get involved too, but yeah, you can't sit this one out. We need every chariot and horseman out here running these guys down. Yeah, 73% killed. Not freaking bad. Not bad. Here, you go after those swordsmen. So, who still has ammo? Because I don't want you shooting. It's not you, it's you. Yeah, stop shooting, please, and thank you. We have one last unit of warband that thought that the best avenue of escape was to run by my settlement, and you know what? Maybe they weren't wrong, you know? Like, that other army barely got away as well. But no, they're just gonna get run down. Yeah, that's just how it's gonna be. So let's come up here. Let's get a nice circle in on them. And they are getting shot by my towers. I don't want to be getting any friendly fire, so I'm not gonna be bringing my general into the actual engagement if I can avoid it. So yeah, if I can just get my cav and chariots in the area and just get a morale break, that would be ideal.
The enemy flee from
There
the
we
field
go.
like
That's the
frightened
fight.
goats. Hunt them down and
There we
slay
go.
them
Perfect.
all.
So yeah, you run them down and make sure that you are off with fire at will. I think you guys are out of ammo. Yes, you are. Wonderful. All right. Hey, not bad. I wasn't expecting to actually finish the army off and beat them. Yeah, the generals got away, which is unfortunate, but really, with a
The
defeat of this
enemy are crushed like
magnitude,
beetles beneath your heel. This is a stunning victory.
with a defeat of this magnitude, I would say that I'm actually in a pretty good position to just move on out. Yeah, I lost one man, and I killed 1,619, so not bad. Yeah, casualties inflicted. Barbarian Warlord did well. Let's see, Barbarian Cav, Mercenaries, 434, 208 for British Light Chariots, 406 for Cav, and then 293 and 176 for Light Chariots as well. And then, yeah, some good experience gained as well. Yeah, all around pretty solid. And yeah, I would say that there's a pretty good chance this army might be able to push on out now. Let's go ahead and drop a save. And yeah, despite the fact that like there is still a lot of nasty stuff here, like actually quite a bit actually, but just 3 units in Massilia plus the general right there. And how far can you guys move? You could get to the bridge. Can they not actually go though?
Orders.
Can they not go to the bridge? Okay, looks like they can go to the bridge. Okay, that's going to be very tempting to do that, but it is a ballsy move. Like, it's risky, you know, because yeah, they would be in range of, let me check this. Not these guys. Not these guys. Maybe the garrison of Narbonne Martius might be in range. And I would have to leave at least someone behind to garrison Lugdunum just to kind of keep the people happy. You couldn't make it down there, but you could actually. Witticorix. Ooh, okay. That might be the play. Maybe just hire some mercs. I don't have to hire the mercs right away. I can move down there and hire them.
General!
Just so that, you know, him and those mercs can garrison the settlement while the army moves out. Okay, yeah, that's an idea. Before I make any big decisions, how about I get my spy out here past Massilia, just so that I can see if there's anything beyond that I should be aware of. All I see is that Germanic diplomat, so no army is right around the corner. Of course, what about that corner? Yeah, okay. Well, let me not forget, I have a spy up here, and he is so he's a redhead.
Lord.
Can't be a redhead. Spies can't be redheads. How are you gonna not be noticed? How are you gonna sneak around looking like that? That's just ridiculous. What is this man gonna blend in with? A pile of candy corn? You gotta be joking me.
Moving.
Alright, so our red-headed spy is gonna be coming down here, and he can help give us some vision down here in yeah, southern Gaul, and yeah, that'll help us out. And I'm tempted, I know I'm such a coward, I'm tempted to leave this decision till next episode because I'm like, I don't know. That's probably the right move. Moving this army from Lugdunum, even though I was just saying at the beginning of this episode that I should be getting my armies all like set up and ready to go. This army is pretty good, and I have just killed a lot of Gauls, so I should press that advantage while I have it. He's gonna be going in alone, you know? Like, this army is not ready. And this army, I would say, is still maybe better. The chariots are on the way. Like, once these chariots join this army, then I'd say, okay, we're getting close. And I'm 2 turns away from having all my head drillers ready that I'm going to be sending to that army. That's going to be another, like, 3 or 4 turns before they get there. So, it's going to be a while. This army is going to be a while before it's, like, decent. So, that means this army is going to be kind of on its own for a bit. But the distances are so much shorter, though, on this side. Like, here, being reinforced from Samora Briva to Lugdunum is quite the distance. And the fact that I don't feel comfortable investing in Cadate Redinum and making it a military position for now, just because I'm a little bit nervous about my finances, means that it's going to take longer to get this up to snuff. Whereas this side, it is going to be moving a bit faster. These are my military settlements. It's going right down the line. It seems to be a pretty fast little jog. So maybe that would be okay. And also, what can I actually train here in Massilia? They have a practice range, so I could train slingers and then warband. So that's pretty much it. Slingers and warband. Well, actually, they have 2 other buildings that I don't know what they have.
Yes, master.
Can you find out for me?
Position. Out of moves.
So I could train swordsmen as well. And then 1 more building that I don't know about. All right. Well, the fact that I can get swordsmen in Massilia is useful. Yes, it is. Because then that would allow me to get my chariots and road warriors from Alesia. And then swords and slingers down here in Massilia. Yeah. That's probably going to be the way to go. But I'm still probably going to just leave that decision until next time. That way I can sleep on it, think about it, and you folks can either talk me in or out of that plan and see. We can kind of have a little powwow and see what we want to do about that. And yeah, I'll think about it. But before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. It all helps immensely. So until next time, this has been Conestep playing Rome Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.